Hey everybody, so one of the new projects that we are going to be running into is this one here, our early 19, I think it's about 74 Mini Clubman panel van. Now, this is something I've had sitting around for a very long time. Did this thing up many years ago, and it's just sat in the shed ever since. And Ryan's decided he wants this as his first car. So we're going to pimp this thing out, something very modern. So it's pretty good, it's pretty straight. This thing has been rear-ended in its life and had this corner changed, and that was done a very long time ago. The entire contents of the car is in the back here, but otherwise it's in really good shape. There's very little rust. There's a few sections in the floor here that need to be fixed. Stuff like this that all got to get hacked out a little bit in the bonnet that developed over the years. The first thing we're going to try and do is see what this motor's doing, get it started, because eventually we're actually going to put the current motor in the Civic after it's rebuilt into this thing and make it go very fast. Okay, so looking at this thing, trying to get this started, it's actually still together. Bear's assisting, but a few things like rats chewing stuff, rats building stuff, probably rats chewing more stuff. Yes, these things are beautiful. They only actually carry 2 fuses, and I believe one is for the interior light indicators, and I think the other one's for the horn.
And there's that lid just there.
Yeah, and they chewed the lid too. So these things were pretty limited in what they did. Great British technology back in the day. A lot of history, a lot of love in these things. This is my very first car, which is right there. We'll look into that a bit later because it's still buried in a few things. But we're actually going to build these two at the same time. I'll introduce that one a bit later on. But today is to see if we can get this thing kicked over. We're not going to drive it, we're not going to run it anywhere because we have to redo clutch cylinders, all sorts of stuff. We want to get it going just to see if the engine still ticks over, which I think it does. Should be good. We'll get it running. See how we go anyway. But I think we'll be right. Clean all this crap out in here that's developed in here, things like that. So, but great British piece of technology. East-West engine, gearbox and engine are all in the same sump. Makes a lot of things in life a lot easier. Can be a very big pain in the ass to work on, but this thing's going to get some major upgrades too. So all new wiring, new fusing, and make it a bit more modern, a bit more safer. We're even looking at roll cages, disc brakes, tons of stuff so that he's safer on crazy roads with a car that's actually paper thin. So yeah, let's have a look. Motor.
You know what ignition could be? It could be priming. You put that in it, starts just spinning to get the fuel pump going. So you don't try and start the engine instantly. Okay. Do you want auxiliary tower?
Fuck it. No, nothing yet. Okay.
Oh, actually, hold on. I could rig the accelerator up real quick.
Jesus.
Did it still?
This is giving me terrible readings. Oh.
Just that ignition is finicky.
Yeah. should come out. Alright, don't worry about it. Do it this way.
I don't like that way.
Come here. Give that a hit. Let's try it again. Yeah, see, there's no spark.
Maybe the coil's busted.
Could be the coil, it could be something in here.
I'd say it's the coil.
Could be points.
Jim,
could be out.
boy.
Like,
Doing that.
it's a multitude. Like, realistically, if we were going to run this engine straight up, I'd have bought all new stuff, we'd just swap all that out. So we messed around with the start, found a few things out. Like, normally if you were going to start one of these things straight up, like any car that's been sitting around for like 10 years, you change all your leads, your points, your coil pack and everything. We got supply there, so I'd say whatever the issue is, it's somewhere in here, in between. So I'm not going to worry about it, just more for the fun of it. But now the next step is to finish clean out. We can start the stripping process and get it all happening. So we have a few ideas. Ryan's already cranking out some ideas. The ignition is playing up. That's one thing that we found out. So we might even make this thing push start. Something different. Remote start, perhaps. Even different again. We'll go from there, get into it.